Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like random dope ass words on the goddamn Urban Dictionary. I want to find some like normal words that mean crazy shit though.
Ooh, you don't have to do that. You just talk about a little bit of everything, like maybe projects you're working on.
Yeah, my projects as of now is nothing worth mentioning, or at
The
least to me.
projects you're working on, the music you did. Um, if you are looking for a dictionary word, um, what is it? Docking?
Yeah, docking is fucked up.
Dock,
I know what docking is. I know what docking is.
docking for the win.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna read a top 10 list. That's what I'll do.
Or no, not even the movies you watched that you liked or stuff you're waiting for. You don't have to do the
I'm over here
dictionary stuff.
fanboying hard over the new Janae Aiko CD. That
Okay.
Well,
new
we can
song.
talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, we're live, guys. So
Yay!
I
Hey.
thought the video was gonna work, but it's not working at all. So, oh well. You guys will see the intro if you saw the preview or whatever. So, want to say what's good. As again, I said, it's me, your friend, the neighborhood nerd, the Babo, and we're just kicking it right now with Weekly Geekly. And right now, if you hear a lot of mess in the background, it's my friends over here playing Smash Brothers. So yeah, that just happened. What was going on with this is, of course, Smash Bros. Has come out. Another lot of games come out. We're going to cover that this week's episode as well. These fucking days keep fogging me up, so I'm going to take them off. So right now, of course, I got to do my introductions. My lovely Miss Doomsday, Miss Janaea, Miss Motherland. Say what's up to the people.
Hey everybody, what's up? I got my hair dead. So.
And she whipped it back and forth.
Yes.
And of course,
It kind
you
of
got
hurts
whatever. First world problems. But of course, our boy DJ Horace is not here today. Our boy Eric the Third is back with us. He's chilling on the weekly couch again, as we may call it.
Third time's the charm.
Third time is the charm indeed. Yeah. So with this, shoot, where to start?
Smash Brothers.
Yeah, we might as well start with the gaming. Of course, as I told you, these fools back here, if you want to see it, these fools back here are playing Smash Brothers right now on my actual TV over there. So yeah, they don't even know they're on YouTube. Say hey, y'all. Say hey.
I'm glad they got clothes on.
Yeah, they got clothes on.
Hey, what's good?
Because that would have been horrible if you turned and we just saw all balls.
No, why would they be naked in my house? Why would? Well, my
Why
little brother.
not?
Yeah. Really?
I ain't taking it.
See? Okay. So, Smash Brothers for the Wii U has come out. Also, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Not for Starfire.
Yeah. I said it right, didn't I? Said Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah.
Yeah, they basically have come out as well. They dropped midnight Friday night. There's a lot of good stuff that's going down or whatever this week.
GameStop was a mess.
GameStop was a horrible tragedy of the mess. But speaking of gaming in general, though, let's go ahead and talk about the one thing that
Before
you
we
and I.
forget, when it comes to the gaming thing, for those who played the ever popular and random game known as Goat Simulator,
Oh God, go simulator, leave
are
it be. Let
going
it die,
to
y'all.
be doing an MMO, a free DLC, turning it into an MMO. So pretty much, you're about to play the craziest, buggiest, purposely funny
Purposely messed
game,
up. Purposely messed up.
game with goats.
With goats.
This time in a Skyrim type world, and
Why?
they took the time out to make a storyline because fuck the police.
Fuck
It
the
is
police
goats
indeed.
versus sheep, and there's
Oh.
gonna be dragons and all sorts of shit. You're hiking, you have powers,
Why do we have
and you're a
powers?
goat
It's the
because
goat
fuck
simulator.
the police. In fact, before you forget, that actually is an achievement in the game. It's
It
called
is.
fuck the police.
It is. It is.
Question,
Sadly.
question. You know what that reminds me of? You guys remember Conker's Bad Fur Day? It's like
Yeah.
squirrels versus
Yeah.
teddy bears.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was horrible. Yeah, but no, in gaming news on Monday, with the shot heard around the world and everyone was so upset that they weren't a part of. I know you yourself, Doomsday, was like, why wasn't I called? Why didn't they tell me about this?
Wait,
But
what?
as soon as I say it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah. So we got a hold of some people who were on Amazon who kind of rigged the prices of PlayStation 4s and also the prices
Oh!
of 3DSs,
Yeah.
Wii U's, to where they were like $89 and $59, and
Well,
they went to
actually, it
Walmart.
was Walmart.
Yeah, well, it was Walmart's fault. Walmart's fault because they have price match, and what price match is, you show them a price, and if it's lower than theirs, they have to match it, and you pay that. People were bugging out on these things, and by Monday they shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So pretty
yes.
much, if you price matched on Walmart, say, well, blah 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 had it for this price, they
Yeah.
had no choice but to give you a $90 PS4 and a
Or
$100 Wii U.
yeah, $59 3DS. Yeah,
Yes,
it's kind of crazy.
3DS XL.
3DS XL. You're right. It's kind of crazy in that notion because where was I? Why didn't you call me? Why didn't I want a PS4.
I legit had no idea. So when I saw the post, it was around the time that they killed it, but they couldn't
Yeah.
change the prices. So if you placed your order,
You
you had
already
no
had the
choice.
lock.
Yeah, it was already locked, which meant people literally got away with murder in
Like
this
two or
game.
three PS4 stuff like that. Like people are gonna flip
I'm
those
not even
things.
gonna lie, man. People probably made good money. The first
They
thing
do.
I thought was like, forget myself. I gotta buy as many of them as I can so I can cover.
Yeah, that's what most of the mentality is for people like saying, I need to buy this to flip it and make my money back. So yeah,
Some kids are gonna have a really, really good ass Christmas.
amazing Christmas indeed.
So that's what I've been hearing so far on Twitter when people were talking about sending it to Walmart. Like, you just made my son's Christmas.
Yeah, we did. But with this little thing, we do know at this point it's going to make price matching a lot harder in the future now.
Yeah.
So it will be good for the short period, but in the long run, we just screwed up price matching
Yeah,
for everybody.
we pretty much ruined it. I mean, we didn't ruin it because
Yeah.
we didn't do
But I
it.
wasn't involved. I didn't do it.
Although I hate to say it, I would have been doing it. Best believe I'll be sitting here with like 3DS and XLs and PS4.
Giveaway, guys! Giveaway!
Exactly. I'll be like, you guys are gonna love me. The world's best giveaway.
Yeah, so basically with that, there's been a lot of weirdness going on this week as well. With
Isn't
the
everything we do is some form of weirdness?
Oh yeah, it is a little bit weird everything that we do, but this week has been a lot more weirder than most. It's been a little bit off the rocker at times. For some reason, I don't know what, but Mother Nature just said screw Buffalo, New York, and they got like 6 feet
They
of snow.
have 6 feet of snow.
Yeah,
Speaking of Buffalo,
Uh-huh.
I posted it, but for those who haven't seen it, there's this girl in Buffalo, New York, shoveling, and she looks like she has to be a good 5 feet even. Standing in front of this mound of snow, which looks like the fucking Berlin Wall on ice.
Yeah.
So what they did is the coolest thing. They took advantage of it and photoshopped a colossal titan on top of it, recreating that famous image of Attack on Titan, of the Titan climbing up the wall and Aaron standing there like, oh shit. But she has the shovel. Yeah, but she has the shovel.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a lot of stuff or whatever that has gone on.
DC had it bad too. We had another Arctic blast.
Oh yeah, DC.
We didn't have snow, but we had the cold to the point that we were sitting. I bought ice cream and it was about to melt. It got colder, so when I took it out, it was literally a fucking rock.
Oh man, yeah. Well, I live in Florida, so I can't really complain. We got down to like 20, 26 degrees. So with that, basically, we put on all of our winter coats for Florida, basically, and then from there, we were able to.
You know
So you were
what
wearing
it is.
windbreakers and flip flops. For you.
Well, no, I didn't wear flip flops this week. I didn't wear flip flops this week. I basically, like I said, wore actual shoes and socks. So yeah, proud of me, being a big boy. But we also had
No
a
wonder
lot of
though.
no, shut up, shut up. We also had a lot of Attack on Titan news. As I said right now with the Attack on Titan, it had a big week. It had a huge week actually because firstly, Attack on Avengers came out. We had a link
In
in there.
Japan,
Well,
it's
yeah, it
not in
came out in
America yet.
Japan. It's coming, yeah, coming over to America yet. But what the link we had, it did give us the actual look of the full eight pages of Attack on Avengers. Yeah, 8 pages. So it's short, but it's good. Um, what I would say about Attack on Avengers is just you have to take it for what it is. It's literally mixing the Avengers and Attack on Titan together, and you have to kind of know that they're two different like levels at where they are or whatever. But actually seeing both of them together, it makes perfect sense because of course superheroes.
Spider-Man with the Titans makes the most sense. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, Spider-Man was made for that.
He
But then
was.
when you look at the 3D devices
Mm-hmm.
works almost the same way it is with
It's
Peter
his web
Parker
shooting.
working with the web shooter, except it's on
Right.
their hips.
Yeah.
Seeing that image of him zooming by a colossal titan with the web, and then seeing I think Aaron go by with going by with the 3D, like
Mm-hmm. Like you got it right. You finally got something right, and we were happy about that. So also with Attack on Titan, as I said, they had a big week. They had their
season
movies, their
two.
live action. Yes, well, I was going to get to that. Yeah, so since you want to talk about it now, yeah, season 2 has been announced for Crunchyroll. So Crunchyroll put out this week basically that Attack on Titan season 2 is coming out, and that boom, everybody's heads exploded because that's what
Pretty
we've
much.
been waiting on. We want to see. What happens next? Who's
Will
the
we go
armor
to the
titan?
goddamn basement?
I'll tell you now, if you read the manga, that basement still hasn't gotten touched. Spoilers, sorry, but yeah, that basement still hasn't gotten touched. It's right there. It's
They
right there.
they're gonna rebuild the whole damn area
They are. They're
and
gonna rebuild this
refurnish the
house,
house.
and somebody's gonna move in, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, I need to go down there. Do you think you left it in the basement? Oh, we have a basement. Oh, okay. What's this?" Yeah. Basically, that's what's gonna happen. That's who's gonna walk to the basement. The person who lives in Aaron's mom's house before they even get
No,
there.
no, no,
I
no.
think it's a
It's
sex
one
dungeon.
of those. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly where I was going.
Oh,
Uncle
don't do
Willie's
it.
basement.
No, what if the basement actually just has some random weird shit, like maybe some old documents
It's
from
a
Aaron's
laboratory.
dad?
It's a
Like, what if
laboratory.
it might have laboratory stuff, but then you see like an old like Bowflex and stuff.
Why? Why? Why Bowflex?
Like there might be a Bowflex, a Suzanne Summers exercise kit,
Thigh Masters.
an old Christmas tree that's broken.
I have no time for that. No time for that
Hot,
whatsoever.
Watch,
Hot
it's
Press
gonna happen.
Buns 2000.
Watch,
Oh
it's
God,
gonna
hot
happen.
cross buns.
When we go there, when we finally get to that goddamn basement, there's gonna be a
Mhm.
Bowflex.
It's gonna be if they put a Bowflex on in that damn basement, I'm gonna be
If they
upset
put
with
it
you.
in the manga, I will die laughing. Like,
Yeah.
they drew a Bowflex.
All right, but yeah, also with the announcement of season 2 has also come the announcement of the live action movie posters in Japan. That's so like the actual characters are a
I
little bit
was
off on some
excited, but
until
then
you
when
saw
I
the
started
posters.
looking, yeah, actually, when I heard it was gonna be live action, I was not
Uh-huh.
excited. I was like,
Uh-huh.
no. Then I saw the pictures. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, Then I scanned through the rest of them. I was like, what the fuck? Like
Uh-huh.
they got this one dude, was it Shikiyuma or some
Uh-huh.
fuckery with an axe. They got
Well,
one
yeah.
dude with an axe, and then of course in comes the dumbasses with the fat dudes. Like he's too fat to use. And I'm like, you do know
Shut up.
that shit can go through walls and everything. It can handle a fat dude. But why
Yeah.
does he have an axe? This ain't World of Warcraft.
The same reason why Sonic has bandages on his shoes.
Because he'll burn through shoes, I can remember.
Huh?
Or he's always fucking up his ankle. I don't know.
No. There's no reason for Sonic to have bandages on his shoes.
I was trying to make an excuse and I
His,
failed.
his feet hurt, bro. I mean,
Sure.
you don't know what it's like. You don't have to run everywhere all day. You don't have
Exactly. That dude's
to.
broke. He's trying to save every bit of that shoe as possible, or
I'm
else he's gonna
upset.
be running barefoot.
I'm
That's why
upset.
he got the bandages. He on Section 8.
No, no, no. You will. If you guys ever see the YouTube show, it's like Sonic for Hire. You will see why I would laugh when she said he's on Section 8. Just go YouTube Sonic for Hire at this moment, okay? Not now because you're watching us, but still, yeah.
You can do both. But yeah,
Mm,
and they changed the names on a bunch of them, stuff you mentioned. Levi is not Levi, even though it is obvious he's Levi, because you see a guy with a bowl cut undercut and a cape.
mhm.
It's obvious it's Levi, but they called him Shikiyama. I'm like, we
Well, Armin's
understand
not
that you,
blonde.
yeah, arm and able. That's the thing. I'm like, usually when it comes to Japan, the one thing we always keep trying to bring up, or we always want to bring up, is
Mhm.
their sticklers for accuracy.
Mhm.
And the fans actually said, like, I actually translated a forum dealing with Attack on Titan. A lot of them wanted a foreign cast because
Yeah.
this is supposed to be, some part between Europe and it's a mixture of different ethnicities. They wanted to have white people in Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
They wanted, like, some Asians for where it should be, but they wanted to have some foreign characters, some foreign actors. Like
Mhm.
for Armin, you couldn't dye this guy's hair. You couldn't dye his hair. Then they changed the names for all the ones that sound remotely white. They
Mhm.
changed their names.
Yeah. It's
So it's
just they
like,
wanted to keep it to where it's shot in Japan. That I don't know. It's weird, but
yeah. But you made a manga that's based on like
in you,
almost. I
yeah.
mean, for God's sakes, your opening theme song's in fucking German.
It is in German. I'll give them that. It's in German. Um, yeah, it's a lot of other stuff or whatever that we have to cover right now. Kind of getting back onto the gaming tip. Xbox has, for some reason, just I don't know, they're being generous this weekend, and they're giving away all their gold members Sunset Overdrive. Honestly, I feel like this is
For
it's
Xbox One.
yeah, for Xbox One, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
I
because
feel like
I
this is a
can't.
cheap move because honestly, Xbox One is going to try and I don't know, everything else is going to drown out Sunset Overdrive. And with Sunset Overdrive, it's a great game, but I don't feel like it's going to thrive on
I
Xbox.
think
But
that's
here,
why they did it because they
Mhm.
want people to be able to play it and enjoy it. Because since it's such a new game and a
Mhm.
unique concept, that I think they made it for free because they know for a fact people may not buy this on the first
Yeah.
jump.
Well, it's only
So they're
interesting
free for
doing it
24
because
article.
hours.
so I think they're doing it because the sales are slumping a bit.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the thing. Also, now we're running into I read an article pretty much what they were talking about is that we're getting towards the digital age, and people are not buying games as much because it's easier to just get them,
Yeah.
digitally. Because we have the memory now, we have the free space. Babo's making this angry face right now. Totally distracted
I
me.
ate my food around here, so I have
But
to.
it's true. What
But
Eric said is completely on point. The fact
Mhm.
not a lot of people are buying a lot of physical games unless it is a very, very good collector's edition.
Yeah, yeah.
Other than that, everything is either digital or we're waiting
for it to
till the
become
next.
digital.
Yeah, or we're waiting for the price to drop. Like I mentioned before, it seems like less people are pre-ordering games too,
Oh
because
yeah.
there's no incentive to make me want to pony up money right from the jump on a game that I don't really know much about, and it might suck when I look at the review on Kotaku or
The
IGN.
the last thing I pre-ordered, and I hate to admit this, was Grand Theft Auto 5. I went and dropped 250 on the collector's edition. Not only did
Yeah,
I
I
get
didn't
the
want the
game,
collectors. They wanted
I
too much.
I definitely waited in line for that, and they still have yet to release heist mode, and that game has been out over a
I'll admit,
goddamn year.
God, don't
I
even
did
mention.
the same.
I'm glad DJ Horse isn't here. Don't mention the heist or heist mode in DJ Horse, or you will get a 10-minute rant.
Like, I'll admit, that happened. I pre-ordered my GTA. I was in that line. I was in the front of the goddamn line amongst 200 people at GameStop. I did the midnight. I did all that. I was excited. Even with some of the bugs from GTA Online, I stuck with it. But over time, I stopped playing because people were either cheating, people were being petty and shoot you right when you spawn. It was like, I get it's GTA, but it does not mean you have to be an asshole. And the main reason why we all got it was for heist. So
Mm-hmm.
far, no heist. And the heist, the only thing I heard recently about heist is that they're
Is
gonna do it, but they're gonna aim it at next gen consoles,
no, no.
even though we were
Actually,
supposed to get it.
what it is the heist comes out after the update for the next gen consoles come out,
But
and
that's the
pretty
weird
much
thing. Heist was supposed to have came out
with
when they
the
did.
game.
Yeah, the
No,
with the
actually no.
previous gen.
Heist was supposed, from what I remember, because I've been paying attention to those updates. I was updating religiously. When they did that whole like hipster pack,
Hmm.
that was when Heist was supposed to come out. And then when they started doing the little game creator mode and stuff, that was supposed to prepare people for Heist.
But in
Heist was supposed to have came out in the summer, but it got pushed back.
yeah, but it was pushed back before that because
It's
in the
been pushed
Game
back like three
Informer, yeah,
times.
yeah, like seriously. And then they had the audacity to have another pre-order after that, like for the
For
recent one.
next
Like,
gens.
what?
That made no sense to me. I'm like, why are you doing another pre-order for a game that's already out? Why are you doing
Yeah.
another midnight launch for a game that's already out? Because the same people who are getting this game, which shows they're dumb, are the
Shut
same ones
up.
who already had it on the other systems. So I'm
Right.
sitting here like, you're doing the same thing over again. This is like the worst case of deja vu that I've ever seen gamers have. But whatever. I didn't get it, but
No,
since we're talking
no,
about
no,
pre-orders,
no,
the
no,
last
no.
pre-order I got,
Again, I will say it once. I'll say it again. The worst gamer deja vu that people have out now is the Master Chief Collection. You're getting literally
Oh,
the
yes,
oh yes,
same
yes,
games. I don't care if
yes.
DJ Horse ain't here.
okay, yeah, I'll admit that whole Master Chief Collection thing. I'm like, didn't
Oh,
you
it's
guys get
digitally
this already?
remastered. These was the games, the greatest games ever. I get to play Halo 2 in HD. Who cares? It's the same game, same
Which
map, same
it's
story.
funny because I'm like, those that's fine because you're redoing something for these consoles, but when you do it again and make it only for the Xbox One, it's like, what? And honestly, I think they should have made that one next gen to introduce those who never got a chance to play it on PlayStation. Because remember, Bungie is no longer Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah,
So I was thinking, so does that mean they're gonna make it that this won't be Xbox exclusive, so people on PS3 can finally play Halo?
I don't want to play
Nah,
Halo.
No,
nah.
I'm saying for example, but it didn't
Oh yeah.
happen.
Yeah,
I
of
was
course it
thinking
will.
because of Destiny that it will finally let go of the
Nah,
shackles of Halo.
nah.
I think Halo is gonna be for Xbox to what we have. What do we have? We have fucking
Killzone,
God of
that's
War,
exclusive for.
right?
Killzone is great though. Killzone is great.
God of War,
Man, not me,
Spyro,
man.
shit like that.
I made everything.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so with that as well, Xbox is kind of getting a little heat too because in the UK there's a new feature for your Xbox One. Janae
You
kind
talking
of
about the
dropped.
feet? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
fat
Janae
bastard
kind of dropped
mode.
this order. Yeah, Fat Bastard Mode, as we're gonna call it. Hashtag new hashtag of the week. Fat Bastard Mode.
Yeah.
Basically now you can sit on your Xbox and sit on your ass and be like, feed Xbox, feed me, and you order a pizza, and then it tracks the pizza throughout the game to where you can pause the game and go pick up the pizza from the door.
Is it wrong that when I read that I was picturing someone playing Call of Duty and they talk about wanting a pizza and it actually shows up in the game like a care package, like
That would
care
be
package
horrible.
delivery.
No,
So you're playing and there's
when I
like,
read the article, yeah, when I read the article, all I could think about is Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour, feed me.
what I thought of, and if you have not seen this movie, you need to
Uh,
fix that. The Mike Judge classic, Idiocracy.
oh yeah, you're
Because
right.
to me, we are slowly going through Idiocracy
All,
in
all I,
this right now.
all I
I
have
heard
to
that
say
you
is
got the bruh
soundboarding.
app.
I'm Fat
Damn you,
bastard.
damn you to
Bruh.
hell. But yeah, we're slowly turning into idiocracy. The fact we have this technology that's supposed that can be used
Let's
for
make our life
anything
easy.
to help developing to develop stuff for up and coming game developers, help with hand and eye coordination. Old folks' homes are using this to help with people with dementia and shit and arthritis. We are using this technology to give
Xbox
us
feed me.
fucking pizza. What's next? Is there going to be an app that there's going to
Fucking
be some
order.
mechanical arms coming out of the system to help us take a dump, like that scene, like that episode of the
Wally,
World of
bro.
War,
Yeah.
no,
Wally.
the World of Warcraft episode of South Park. Someone's gonna
Oh
come out
yeah.
with a bowl for us to poop and like,
hmm You never
area,
leave your
yeah.
couch. But yeah, the Commission of Health in the UK has condemned this feature. Like it's gonna make gamers worse.
It's gonna
They
increase
yeah,
obesity. That
it is. It's gonna
stereotype,
increase. Yeah,
the stereotype of the fat, dumb gamer in the basement reeking of Mountain Dew, shame, and Cheeto and crunchy semen is
I love how
slowly
she put
coming
shade in
seen.
there.
Is slowly coming. You didn't say anything about crunchy semen though.
No, just put hey shame in there.
And
Um,
cinnamon. Don't forget
Oh,
cinnamon. A
don't
pinch of
forget
cinnamon.
cinnamon.
speaking, and not just that, of course, it's almost becoming no surprise.
Mhm.
PS4 got hacked again.
Well, all right. Here's the thing.
But here's the twist. Microsoft did too. And from
Yeah,
what
but
they said,
no one ever
Microsoft
said that
did.
Microsoft get hacked. Do you know why? Because PSN sucks. No, Microsoft also got hacked as well, along with a
Well,
lot of other
a lot
conglomerates.
of people did, so it's not just them. But the reason why we laugh when it comes to Sony because it's like Microsoft created were the originators of antivirus shit, so it's like, and
Yeah,
it seemed
but
like Sony is easy to manipulate. It's like if you just randomly put Control Alt Delete on a Sony server,
shut
the
up,
shit goes down.
shut up, shut up.
I could put up the dancing baby from Ally McBeal, and that
Oh
shit gets
my
corrupted.
god. You know what? Just copy and paste the hamster.
I
Yeah,
hate you people. I hate you all. But yeah, but no,
I would laugh so hard if that's what happened. Like Sony's been hacked, it's been compromised because of the dancing hamster app.
whatever, whatever.
This
What we
might be
got
a
next,
little too
Bobo?
old school for some
Um,
people.
right now, next on the list is where are we at? Where are we at? We're going to move into some comic book news, I think. Right now, the author or the writer of Frankenweenie is pinning up some scary stories for kids to tell in the dark.
Oh
To
my
tell in the dark.
god,
Oh
yes.
That's literally what it's
yeah.
called.
Childhood
Scary stories
classic.
to tell in the dark.
hmm
And
Which, if you were an '80s and '90s kid, you remember these books.
Goddamn Scholastic
You
Book
may
Fair.
not have remembered the stories, but you remember the images because
yeah,
they had to this day some damn near borderline artwork that reminded me of black metal and death metal covers. They scared the shit out of you, like they were
Here's
black.
one
They were
right
always
here.
in black and white.
Here
Yes,
we go.
that that picture you see was a goddamn kid's book.
that was children's book.
Yeah.
Children's stories aren't always in the best light of things. So yeah, like I
Actually, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, it was like 3 different books. I had like
Yeah.
all of them from the book fair. Like,
And for
this
yeah.
shit
those
was
who don't
amazing.
remember, that predated Goosebumps.
hmm
Because years later, R.L. Stine comes out with Goosebumps and Fear Street and Give Yourself. Yeah, I'm a fan. I met
Hmm.
R.L.
hmm
Stine and fanboyed so goddamn hard.
hmm
So yeah, I actually. Oh, I don't have it on now. I still have my Goosebump bed sheets.
Oh Lord,
I still have them. Don't you
Do
fucking
you guys, by
judge
chance,
me.
while we're on this subject, I can't
judgment.
remember the name of the book. It was a children's book, and it was pretty much a book with nothing but illustrations, and it gives like a little intro to this book. I guess this guy wanted to have his book published, but he didn't want to bring the story, so he just brought these pictures, and it's like all these crazy ass pictures in this book, and I
Now
guess
we must find that.
before he
I
could
never seen it. I'm not.
hmm,
I'm not even sure who it is.
I got it.
I would say Edward Gorey, but he actually had writing in his stuff besides kids getting fucked up in really fucked up ways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, that
I gotta
happened.
find it out. When I figure it out, I'm gonna tell you guys. dope as shit. You would love it.
Oh, another thing, some of the gag, since we're on comics, some of the gag reel got leaked for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, that's
And the
right.
one that people are still talking about is the dance battle between Star Lord and Rogue.
Hmm.
And it's just so random because, he's in full costume. So it's like, I'll
It's like,
wait for him to start pop locking. And
yeah.
then you see Batista as Drax doing the damn vanilla ice when you grab
Hmm.
your leg and
And like
jump
twist over.
over it.
Yep.
And I'm just like, you are too big for that shit.
He's agile. He's a wrestler. Come on.
I
Yeah.
was like, you are
So.
too big. I was I was disappointed that I didn't see Groot and Rocket do the kid and play dance. That would have made my
Really,
day.
really.
You gotta
That's
admit,
what you want.
that would have been awesome. Don't
So
you
stupid.
know you would have loved that shit. But
Yeah.
someone did draw it. I can't remember his name, but there's an artist, a black artist, who does really cool comic based stuff, and he did one of different characters doing hip hop dances. Like there's one of Superman doing the Soldier Boy dance for the
And Superman
Superman and
out.
ho, and there's one that he did of Rocket Raccoon and Groot doing the Kid and Play dance, and it's
Shout out
animated.
to while you're bringing it up, Anthony Piper with his Trill Rabbit doing the
Yes,
yeet. I'm saying
Oh yeah, of course, of course. Yeah,
yeah.
you guys know
We
here on the
we have
block.
to. Anthony Piper is
Yeah,
working on a book dealing with his
literally.
art, dealing with Trill League, and
Hmm.
he showed one of the clips for Black Man, which is,
All right, if you guys don't
Batman.
know, yeah, if you guys don't know, go ahead and hit up our show with Mr. Piper on there, looking for a hero and man behind the league. That's on bobblesblock.podomatic.com. Yeah,
Mhm.
he is the creator and the illustrator of the True League, and the True League is basically just like the gangster version of the Justice League.
I wouldn't say
And
gangster, but it's more like the more urban
yeah,
black pop culture version
urban
of
version.
the
Of the
Justice
Justice
League.
League. Yeah, you have Wandisha, you have Q for Quiver for Green Arrow. You have
Troll
Swole
Robin.
Man. Yeah, Trill Robin was the beginning of it. That was the first character. You have Black Man. You have Swole Man for Superman. You got Tam Tam
Wondrisha,
for
Wondrisha,
yeah. I said Wandisha. Yeah,
Aqua T.
yeah. Aqua T is the Hustler.
Oh
Um,
man,
And Soul
Michael
Lantern.
Jackson.
Yeah, and Swift. That's Michael Jackson
Swift.
as Flash.
And Prince.
No,
Prince
that's
is
his
one of the
villain.
enemies.
That's
Yeah,
Purple
he's one of the
Freeze.
villains.
Purple Freeze.
Yeah, Purple Freeze.
Yeah, but yeah.
Because one thing people forget, in back in the '80s and stuff, Prince and Michael Jackson had a rivalry, so it
Well, we
fits to
made
have.
that rivalry. People made that rivalry. Now that wasn't really they didn't like. Oh, I hate you. You pretty. You pretty too. I don't like you either. No, it was more of us like who looked better, Prince or Michael, and then like people was like
But then it was
on the other
also music
sides.
and talent wise because it was like how it was with him and Morris Day. It was like
Hmm.
either you were a Morris Day fan or a Prince fan. You
But
couldn't be both.
but Prince made Morris Day at the time, so that was kind of
Yeah, but
you
then
know
they separated.
yeah.
So yeah, me,
Yeah.
I like both, but I was definitely hands down for Prince and the Revolution.
Mhm. Yeah, so with that, basically, Mr. Piper, he is bringing out his books soon to us, I hope, because I can't wait for this project
Yes.
to where
oh
we
man,
see
that teaser
Trilly.
today was hilarious. That little
Mhm.
picture coloring
Mhm.
Black
Yeah,
Yeah,
Man.
Black
if you
Man.
haven't seen
Black.
it, it's a picture
Black
of Black
Man.
Man as a look, and Black Man is supposed to be like the stereotypical black
Yeah,
revolutionary.
yes,
Mhm.
I
Pretty
love
much
it.
think old school stereotype black parents like the white man is the devil, that type of shit. And it's a coloring book that you're supposed to draw, color what those images are. And it was a sun, which of course would be yellow,
Mhm.
fire, and all this other stuff. He drew everything black except for the
Except the
gorilla,
gorilla.
Actually,
except
you
the
know what?
gorilla,
Here we
and
go.
he
Here we go.
wrote, "Oh, you think you slick." There it is.
Mhm.
Everything is black except the gorilla, and he wrote, "Oh, you think you slick."
Mhm.
Samsung Galaxy Note 3. You guys pay me for this.
Really? Shameless plug. Shameless plug indeed.
Oh,
Um,
and for comics, a lot of stuff like the Superior Iron Man came
mhm.
out.
Mhm.
The Superior Iron Man, Captain America.
Mhm.
Sadly, I didn't get the new Storm, I missed it, but from what I'm
Oh,
hearing, it is close. From what I've heard, and I'm disappointed. It's in talks of being put on the chopping block.
oh no, the Storm comic itself.
Yeah, because even though people are buying it, it's not as many as compared to the other stuff like Death of Wolverine and everything
Yeah,
else.
yeah. But
So
those
we
were like
have to
events, so
give,
yeah.
yeah, so we have to give one of the originators of female black superheroes some love. And it's disappointing, but as someone who's reading it, I started rereading Storm.
Hmm.
When it comes to the story, it doesn't really say what it's supposed to be, except for the issue when they did the last issue, which was the Death of Wolverine one, showing her coping through the loss, but it didn't seem like it dug deeper
Into
compared.
her
Yeah,
actual
not even.
personality.
It seemed like it didn't dig as deep on the emotional aspect like
Hmm.
it did for the Nightcrawler one. Because when you read the
Yeah.
Nightcrawler one, the Nightcrawler Death of Wolverine comic, I actually did cry. It made you really feel for Kurt.
Hmm.
So I don't want to spoil, but there's one part when he goes into the danger room and he made a simulator that he's still fighting, that he's with Logan before he died.
Hmm.
So he used a simulator of Logan in his prime, and they're just fighting together. So it's like,
Yeah,
when it
man.
came to
Oh,
Storm, it was just her having Hank Beast fly her all the way up into literally space, like hovering the Earth, to just start crying and pretty much let
Letting
out
off
all,
anger.
pretty much not even let out anger.
Or,
She pretty
or
much went.
emotion. Emotion, I mean.
She pretty much let soup. She pretty much went Weber Super Saiyan. She made this huge electrical storm, making an aurora borealis.
Hmm.
That's
no
what she
way.
did. So that's what happened. That's why she did it. But after that, it's like her talking about how they miss them, but it didn't really scratch much because when it dawns on you, they're a couple. So it's
Hmm.
like they made it almost like it's bad, but not that bad. I'm like, you guys were in love. Show that. It's like it didn't scratch the surface. And then the other issues were you didn't really see her have like a full story of like who her enemies are. They make it almost as if, oh, you know
It's
who
very
Storm
vague.
is. We don't have to tell you shit. That's pretty
Yeah.
much what they
It's
did.
JoJo. I ain't gotta explain
Honestly,
nothing.
really what it
Yeah,
is, you get into a situation where it's a character and people are staffed and assigned to it instead of
Hmm.
people wanting to, and then
To
that
make
doesn't
it.
the fucking work.
like
Hmm.
perfect example. The last issue before Death of Wolverine, before the Death of Wolverine saga, was she was in Africa and she decided to help this village out. And some of them remembered her when she was a queen,
Hmm.
pretty much when she was not even when she was seen as a goddess, when they saw her as a god,
Hmm.
and she was helping this droughted village. So it's and the only thing you really talk about is how there's still discrimination between mutants. That the military there with the rebels, they didn't want mutants there at all, regardless if she was seen as
Of you
a
helping or
goddess
what?
or queen of Wakanda and all that other shit. They didn't want anything to do with her. So they just lightly grazed on some stories in the past, like with the Inhumans and other stuff. Then it's back to Storm wanting to help some starving kids. No enemies. It's almost like it's trying to be like a
They're taking
slice
a
of
different
life.
direction on how,
But the
yeah.
direction is confusing. It's almost like the way this direction on this story is going, it's like someone being spun around and having to hit a pinata blindfolded. You're like, you're almost at the mark, and then you just go towards a bush.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
say
don't know
it's
what's
like
happening.
yeah. I said that with one of the comic book, like with a comic book writer and an illustrator or so before, and I said it's like kind of how Eric said. People are assigned to these things, and they only get like a certain amount of time to. Hey, you guys write this story, then we'll have this team write this story, and while you guys go work on another thing over here, like it's so con- like combobulated in the comic book world
It's a
that it's
clusterfuck.
crazy. Yeah,
But
basically,
it also
basically.
depends on the company because if they have a straight up story, they're gonna give you that story extending to it, not just story, random shit, and then you get the
Mhm.
next issue. It doesn't touch any of the shit that you just read in the last issue. That's
Mhm.
why I'm waiting for the next Sabrina comic to come out, which is not out yet. So
Oh
Uh,
no. But yeah, it's gonna come. It's gonna come.
so
yeah,
Um,
so that's what I'm waiting for is my new the new Sabrina, which is still in the works.
yeah.
They're working on
So
variants.
it's okay. Sorry, but yeah. So to wrap this up, I want to talk a little bit about music or so. I know for our boy DJ Horse, got to have a moment of silence because he's not here.
na 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 na
The
na na
crickets.
na.
So
Hey, hey, hey.
that was yeah.
But
For him,
I
for
do
him, for
I
him.
do have something though,
Hmm.
because I usually when it comes to my music taste, it's the total opposite of him. I
Hmm.
actually listen to stuff that's good. Anyways,
Oh,
Oh wow,
um,
she
oh,
what?
with shot,
anyway,
straight
let
bullet,
me
straight
let
bullet.
me introduce you guys to something I stumbled upon because I listen to a little bit of everything, but my forte is stuff that's like dark, like actual gothic rock, some industrial, drum and bass,
And that's
jungle,
not
trance,
everything.
stuff like that.
That's not everything.
I'm not done, so I can aim this camera and show you my vinyl collection. In fact,
uh,
boom, that is
But
all records and CDs and cassettes and shit. So I listen to damn near everything. That's good. So I found out about this new genre of electronic music, like synthwave using synthesizers. There's this subgenre in it called retro wave. Some people gave it the name retro wave. Some call it new wave or 80s wave. Pretty much, it's all the synthesizer based music that you heard in old 80s movies.
hmm.
Like, think, everything.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes, that and the Miami Vice soundtrack. The thing that those are perfect examples. They do that, but it's a lot of the artists. They're inspired by artists like Giorgio that were like kings of synthesizers and how early house music and dance music and synthesizer based
Hmm.
disco. So a lot of the artists come from France, which of course is the home of Daft Punk. And
Hmm.
Daft Punk is greatly inspired by that form of music, which is why when they did Random Access Memories, they used a lot of synthesizer based old retro disco type sounds
Hmm.
because that's where we're
Yeah,
going for. In fact, they had Giorgio do a track for them.
yeah.
But there's a
That's kind
lot
of
of
cool.
artists who came out. There's a lot of dark bass stuff with it because a lot of that synthesizer music came from horror movies. So
Hmm.
there's a lot of really awesome, creepy stuff. Like one artist that I have to highlight if you talk about the genre, Kavinsky. It's this French artist who has a concept for his stuff. That's not his real name. It's the name of a character he created who's actually a zombie who
What?
died. Yeah, Kavinsky is this zombie who came back from the dead who died in a car crash in his Lamborghini Testarossa in 1984.
Very
It has a
specific.
yes, and his uniform is his skin is blue, pretty much is pale. He has red eyes. He wears wafer glasses and a Letterman's jacket with a K on it. A red and white Letterman's jacket with a K for Kavinsky.
Hmm.
And he drives in his Testarossa, and he's usually killing people. He's
Sounds about
trying,
right.
yeah, not in the car. He'll fight
Oh,
people, but anyone who's in his way. He smokes, he
okay,
drinks, and he's trying to
okay.
find his lost love, who moved on since 3 years after he died.
Yeah,
He
okay.
came back from the dead in like 2007. He made his debut technically during Daft Punk's legendary Alive tour in 1997. And the Alive tour is the most sought after album because they finally released it on vinyl. It's
Okay.
very hard to get it, and you can find it on YouTube of the Alive concert. That was like their first time they performed in America.
Okay, so yeah, so
Yeah,
you
the
guys can look out for
Alive
that.
tour.
You
So
guys can, yeah,
if you're a Daft Punk fan, you know about the Alive tour. That was the debut of Kavinsky, and they worked together and stuff. So there's a lot of artists. There's Kavinsky. There's another one I can recommend, Laserhawk, who does a lot of horror themed retro synthesizer stuff. New artist who came out of nowhere called Carpenter Brute.
mm-hmm.
And the one that I'm in love with at the moment, besides Kavinsky, is per, Perturbator.
Okay.
Perturbator. Yeah, Perturbator. He
So,
does a lot of really like horror. Pretty much all the stuff is cyberpunk themed.
hmm
So if you are a fan of Blade Runner and you remember how the music sound in Blade Runner, with all the synthesizers and everything sound real intense, that's Perturbator, but he puts more horror emphasis and will actually throw in a few screams or two. So
hmm
I
Okay, that's
recommend
it.
learning about retro wave. There's actually some
Yeah.
good YouTube channels. Top one to look for is Maniac Synth. That has a whole bunch of categorized dark wave, dark synth music, and they have it
Yes.
categorized by dark wave, dark synth, outrun, which is music that sounds like stuff during driving montages. That whole sound. That's
Okay.
outrun.
Okay. All right, so yeah, we can look into that more, whatever. I said, you guys go to YouTube. She gave you a lot of great stuff. Whatever. Look into it. So I said, we want to wrap it up with basically the albums that kind of came out this week. I know for all my hip hop fans, it came out with Cadillac because of Big Crit.
I like
That's
that actually.
yeah, he finally dropped it. Well, this is Cadillac because the mixtape. I don't know where the album is. Honestly, I would hope that he brings one out. For all my fangirls out there, it looks like One Direction just dropped a new album called Four.
No.
Stop it.
Oh my
Why you
God,
do that?
Ariel,
yes.
yeah, Ariel Pink dropped Pom Pom this week. Like I said, it's been a lot of good little stuff or whatever that's come out on here. Nickelback, for some reason, it's still alive. I have no clue why.
Oh God.
Thank you. They needed that.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
12 fans are bum rushing the store for
yes,
Nickelback.
all 12 fans of Nickelback. All right, but yeah,
All the
so
fraternities
yeah, I
for their
know that DJ
soundtrack to
Horse is probably going
Final.
to be like, what were y'all doing? Y'all sucked at this or whatever, the music section. He'll be back hopefully next week sometime, but I want to get into our shameless plugs and get into our hashtags of the week. First, I'm going to start with hashtags of the week is basically, as you said, hashtag Fat Bastard Mode. You guys start that up, that'll be
That
hilarious as
bastard.
hell. Yes.
Get in my
Second one,
belly.
yeah. Second one is going to be hashtag support Storm. Guys, let's go ahead and get out there and get the comments because, yeah, it's confusing, but it's still one of our favorite heroes, and she's amazing. And it's
Or
great.
hopefully they'll just get better writers because
Yeah, they'll
that's
get better. Hopefully,
because
that's another.
they're about to cancel She-Hulk
Yeah,
too.
yeah, and that's another thing as well. Like I said,
Yeah.
you
And they
gotta support
finally
her.
got her working with Daredevil and Captain America, so I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, but I think we shouldn't have another one. I think that should be all the hashtags for this one. But you guys know where to find me. I'm giving you my stuff all over again. If you don't know, it's gonna be in the links below. Janae, you got anything coming out on Geek Triple X?
Well, I did 2 videos actually. Yeah, because I was a little busy. I did 2 videos. One,
A little busy.
you know what? She shut your poor mouth. But yeah, but one of them has nothing to do with sex. It deals with my other hobby is vaping. I use like electronic cigarettes. This is my brand new one, so it looks like a fucking lightsaber. It's awesome. Um, I did an unboxing video for like this juice company called Zample Box, and the other one I did is a product review on this really awesome glass dildo that I got for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
So
That's what he
that's
was
it.
waiting on.
Shut up. So what I did like 2 reviews, but the next thing I need to do is an actual movie review. But I'm trying to find the right thing. I want to do one. In fact, no avoiding it. I'm gonna do a porno review on the Bob's Burgers porno. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm doing a Bob's Burgers review.
God.
Yeah, that's what you can get ready for. In fact, I might try and do that later on tonight. So,
Yeah.
and
All
of
right.
course, if you want, join my Facebook group, Geek
Mhm.
Illuminati. We talk about a little bit of everything, but it's all geek and anime oriented.
Mhm.
Of course, there's my YouTube channel, Triple X. You just type that in,
Mhm.
I will automatically pop up. So
Yeah.
that's where you can communicate with me.
Eric, you got any shameless plugs? Tell the people where they can find you on SoundCloud and everything, bro.
Yeah, you guys want to check out the stuff? I'm an aspiring artist. I'm just starting. I still suck. So feel free to
No, he
listen
doesn't
out.
suck. He doesn't suck, guys.
He is the opposite of
Feel free
suck.
to check out my SoundCloud, Eric the Third. Working with my group, DRS. Actually, it's not my group. It's my group, but it's not my group. But I can't really talk about it because the first rule about DRS is you don't
You
talk
don't talk
about
about
DRS.
DRS.
He's like Kevin Hart. You see, I have a group, but the way my bank account set up is that I'm not in the group.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
my Facebook is Eric the Third. Add me up. I message, respond. I have no life. I can get back to you.
yeah. So I do want to thank you guys again for joining us. For all our viewers that were on the show, the Grim Freaker, Crazy Kid, Josh, I know that was you, man. That's my
Oh,
boy.
she
And Keeping
responded because I
Dreams.
called her a bum on air.
I know. But yeah, thank you guys again for joining us for Weekly Geekly. From your friendly neighborhood neighbor, the Babo, and Doomsday, and well, Eric the Third, signing off, guys.